I'm Deborah Packer-Hull and I'm the Artistic Director of theatre company Blah Blah Blah. We've been going since 1985, so we have a really long track record. As a company, we have a very strong participatory ethos, and we have developed a huge amount of expertise around creating participatory drama and theatre for children and young people. There are a number of schools who have previously engaged with the Blahs who are now telling us loud and clear that they can't afford to work with us, much as they would like to.
It's really hard to find the budget these days for virtually anything. But, you know, an exercise book or a pencil is hard enough. So to have these rich opportunities, these experiences that you can't afford from day to day is very important.
Additional funding would allow us to go and work in those schools where there is the greatest need but the least resources to be able to engage companies like the Blahs. We've had a very strong influence on how arts and cultural organisations can work in partnerships with schools to provide really compelling learning opportunities for children and young people. So Tell to Tell is based on the Arabian Nights, and it uses at the heart of it the stories of Scheherazade. She has now come to the end of all of the stories that she has, and the children are involved in helping her to create 2 new stories to tell to the king to save her life.
Every child can contribute something if they want to, no matter how large or small, and they can see their contribution being built upon and being part of a bigger thing.
And they just love the fact that their ideas are taken on board and actually incorporated into the story.
Threaded through this story is the power of stories and storytelling. We're a company that really places the skills and the resources of the actor-teacher at the heart of everything that we do.
They're really engaging. The quality and the authenticity of the acting is fantastic, and the children are completely hooked and absolutely love it. They're buzzing whenever we know that the Blahs are coming in.
Well, we offer, I think, a range of projects at the Blahs. You know, that might be your continuing professional development project with a teacher, perhaps working over a sustained period of time.
You give a stimulus to the Blahs, either like a book or picture book or a novel, and then they come in over sort of several weeks. They do 2 sessions with the children. The children take part as well, and it's your own professional development. Yeah, they're great. It's great. I've had it every year since I've been here.
I've always been interested in drama, but as more of somebody who would allow it to happen rather than be part of it. So I feel like they've given us all sorts of ideas, but also techniques, the methods that we can use with the children once they're gone.
It's not just a drama lesson. They're impacting it maybe into 5 minutes, the beginning of a literacy lesson. And it isn't just in the memory, you're upskilling staff. And that's what matters, because it's spreading. So it's not just about a one-off drama, like a lot of things are. It really, really, definitely will impact wider.
We are involved in a big collaborative project in India, which is at its heart about exploring our shared histories and about exchanging expertise and about learning from those new contexts in order to innovate for ourselves.
The Blahs have had a long relationship with India and have done work there already. We will look at Partition and tell a story of Partition. It started off as a process of independence, but in the course of it, India split into 3 pieces. The very complicated and in some ways ugly beginnings of it are what we're looking at in the India project, and the expertise in that area will mean you'll get an experience that isn't just a history experience, isn't just a social studies experience.
Our work doesn't stand still. We're constantly reflecting on what we do. The international work is enabling us to do that by learning from new contexts and how things are done there. This is a time where the arts in schools are massively under threat. To attract additional funding would actually enable us to develop partnerships with some of the state schools or some more of the state schools.
Imagine going through your whole education and it not actually impacting your life. I think the kind of thing that BLAs do in schools means you don't forget it.
We've always believed that the arts are so crucial for a child's whole development.
To engage in the arts, to make art, to be creative, to think laterally, to imagine, to dream, to question, they're all innately human capacities. It should be a core curriculum offer. It should be central, because by giving your children an experience that is lasting and that has an impact and that can be used to continue learning, by giving your teachers new ideas, by challenging their thinking about what teaching and learning could be, by actually having companies like the BLAs in your school in the first place, that in itself will do something beyond that 90 minutes.